Y'all, I almost made it. I said I was going to stay far away from this conversation as possible today and for days to come. But I wanted to say, I go on social media, like even where I live at now, and I read the posts and I just try to figure out what's going on in town. And, I've read stories and stuff of other students reporting and parents reporting that their kids were getting cotton thrown at them at school locally, and they had, N words written in the school books. But this is, to me, is kind of new. You know, it's never your problem until it hits close to home, right? And you don't want to believe that people still behave and are the way that they used to be in the 1800s, 1920s, 1930s, until you really experience it yourself. And for parents to not be able to get the resolution that you need when you have your students and there's only a handful of children that are of my complexion and a handful of children that are mixed, have mixed parents. And we all know the mixed kids typically get treated like maybe a little better than the kids of my complexion, but they're still considered not welcome in those type of communities. So y'all know I'm from what they call a sun-up town, I guess. Meaning that it's a town filled with more people of my complexion. The mayors, the governor, investigators, people of my complexion who have careers. We make money in sun-up towns. So we get fair, but literally going from what y'all was called a sun-up town. But when I say sun-up town, it's not a town that's filled with hateful people. I'm saying sun-up because it's more of my culture. And we don't really allow people to come into these towns and try to bully us, And the ones that we know that's of opposite complexion, we eat at their places. We're not scared that our food, some of them, we're not scared that our foods and stuff will get spit in. So, and that people will say that I'm in a sundown town now, I've really had the experience. And just when I moved here, I knew I would not have children living out here in these communities. And being that I'm from a sun-up town, I don't take kindness and liking to people who dislike people because of the complexion of their skin, who has never done anything to them. And I have my own battles to fight. Trust me, I've had some stuff that has happened, property damages, things like that, incidents. And I try to say that some of those are just mistakes, honest mistakes. But sometimes people will show you. I'm one of the persons you have to tell and you have to show. So with this said and done, y'all, white people, I will say this, some white people, the ones I know get along with, they don't see me as someone who's racist because I'm not a racist. I'm a fair person. Okay? And I will not tolerate it. And I will not tolerate someone throwing cotton at kids. I don't have nothing to do with the school system. I don't work in a school system. But somebody has to stand up for people and their kids when they're not getting the proper assistance. And, but I just wanted to say this. White people like that, y'all got to stop teaching your children to bully people and teaching them that hate amongst individuals who don't hate them, because that's how people who come from sun-up towns and kids living in certain areas, sun-up, they're not going for that. And God forbid, I wouldn't want my child in a situation where my child gets cotton thrown at my child. My child just sitting in class and gets cotton thrown at my child. And then your children commits to jumping my child. Now my child is scared. And I will teach my children to protect themselves, not to let someone harm them or hurt them. In self-defense, always self-defense. If you can't run and that someone commits to putting hands on you, I'm not. Who's teaching their children to sit there and let someone use them as a punching bag? We have women to this day who are not here with us today because they allowed someone to use them as a punching bag. And God forbids my child gets up in self-defense and pokes somebody else's child with a pencil. And I got to deal with this hurt and pain for the rest of my life that my child could be locked away because a system won't hear what we have to say. Y'all need to start teaching your children a lot better, because kids from these sun-ups towns, things will definitely end different for your child before these people of my complexion children allow someone to hurt them and harm them and throw cotton at them. Everybody's not the same. Just like y'all hate to see your children life taken away, we hate to see, I don't have kids, but we hate to see kids of all complexion who get straight A student, who goes to church, who get their lesson done, who mind their parents, who do sports, recreational, volunteer work in our communities, and we don't want to see them work so hard and all of that gets thrown away because you all fail to teach your children that hate is not okay.